So I've had this new 3D laser for a couple of months now, and I haven't been able to talk about it. And now that I can, I'm excited to tell you that you no longer need rotary attachments. And if you're anything like me, you can fully appreciate that fact, because I absolutely despise even connecting this thing and thinking about hooking it up to use it. You no longer need a rotary attachment to laser onto curved surfaces. You can now do it with EM Smart's 3D Axi laser. And it's got a dynamic Z-axis, which allows it to laser onto curved surfaces using mirrors. So the Axi is equipped with a 30-watt MOPA fiber laser with a Galvo delivery system. So the laser is the MOPA fiber, and the Galvo is the delivery system of the laser. Kind of like your typical diode laser has a laser head, and it's on a Cartesian gantry just like a 3D printer, and it runs around the whole work surface. Well, a Galvo laser, it uses two mirrors to redirect the laser beam onto the work surface, so your actual laser head is stationary, and then the laser bounces around the work surface just with mirrors. And it's also equipped with a dual laser system. The base model comes with a 25-watt MOPA fiber laser and a 20-watt diode laser. And then the Ultra comes with a 60-watt MOPA fiber laser and a 40-watt diode. Now the model that I received was a beta model, and it only has the fiber laser, so I won't be showing you any of the diode capabilities, but that's pretty much well covered all across YouTube at this point. Now, because the Axi has a dual laser system, it's going to be able to engrave and cut on surfaces that most lasers can't, because where the fiber laser falls short, such as acrylics and glass and wood, the diode laser picks up the slack, and you're doing that in an all-in-one system, and you're not switching machines. So for me and my workflow, that was a huge plus. But here in the video, I'll show you some of the things that the lasers can do, some of which I did here in the studio, and others will be just recordings because, again, I don't have the diode laser version, so I can only show you what the fiber laser does. Now, with the unit that I have, you can do pretty much everything that the Ultra can do. It's just you're gonna hit a cutoff point where the Ultra can continue to go and do more, whereas the regular Axi is pretty much gonna limit itself out at some point. Now, the most notable feature of the Axi is definitely the dynamic Z-axis. And that's huge because not only does it eliminate the need for a rotary, it actually allows you to laser onto surfaces that you couldn't even do even if you had a rotary. This allows you to actually upload an STL file or a 3D model to the software, and you can actually laser onto that complex surface because it can actually look at the STL and it updates the dynamic Z based on that file. And this is super useful, especially if you're doing 3D printing. To be able to upload your STL file and laser onto the 3D print is super cool, because that means you don't have to do text and stuff inside your slicer. You can just save it and let the laser do it. And it's gonna come out way cleaner than any 3D printer can do. It's gonna come out super crisp and clean. So I printed out this mountain, and then I actually uploaded that exact same STL file over to the software. And then that enabled me to be able to laser onto that mountain and for it not to come out distorted. And the same thing with the gummy bear. I wanted to use the gummy bear because right there on his nose, there's a bunch of ups and downs. I mean, it's a super complex surface for a laser to get right and not get distorted. And I think it did great, minus the fact that it's a fiber laser that couldn't really see the red PLA very good, so I had to paint it black so it could laser on it. But that's with any MOPA fiber laser. That's just one of the things. Now the catch is you're gonna have to have an STL file to upload to the software because it has to be able to see that file. It doesn't just automatically see it. It only sees what you give it basically. So if you give it the file, that's what it goes off of. And then it adjusts the dynamic Z based on that file. Maybe somewhere in the future, there's a laser that comes out that can actually just read what you have there and you don't have to show it. But for now, this is what we got. Now, another thing that this fiber laser can do is it can engrave in color on stainless steel. Now, the only stainless steel that I had was this cup. So I did a little test pattern on the bottom of it. And as you can see, there's many different colors that it can do based on speed and power. Now, I didn't engrave these, but here are some examples of what you can do with stainless steel and doing color engraving with the fiber laser. It comes out super cool. Now, the cool thing about the Axi being a dual laser is where the fiber laser kind of falls short, the diode laser can pick up the slack basically. You've got two different styles of laser in one. You're getting the fiber and then you're also getting the diode laser. So like for me, for example, I have diode lasers over there that are standalone diode laser, and basically the Axi allows me to clear that shelf space and bring in different machines and make room. And this thing is super compact and desktop, so it takes up vertical space but doesn't really take up much horizontal space at all. So the fact that I can now get rid of those 2 diode lasers is huge for me, especially whenever you're working in a 20 by 20 studio and you don't have a lot of room. And I wanted to show you what software you use and kind of what the workflow looks like. So let's take a look. So here's a quick look at the software. This is Marking Mate 3D, and this is what you'll have to use with the Axi. So here you can see me bringing in the Benchy coin, and basically you bring it in and you set it to deep carving object, and then after that it's pretty much as simple as drawing a circle around the model, as you can see here, and that kind of marks your boundary, and then setting the power, speed, and frequency of the laser. You're gonna have to do some research like I did to determine, you know, power and frequency and stuff. And I highly suggest doing some power and speed test on any material that you decide to use. That way you know what power and what speed is gonna produce a certain result. There's really no other way to tell unless you run a speed test, honestly, because all material is different. But as far as software goes, it's a new software. I mean, it's definitely a learning curve, as is any new software. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not buggy. It does what it's supposed to do. It's just there are a lot of buttons and a lot of things to learn. And I'm still learning the software as we speak. And so some of the stuff I do, it's coming out great, and others is not coming out so good. And I'm having to go back and learn the settings, but it doesn't have really anything to do with the laser. It's more my ignorance towards the software. Now, if any of you guys saw my Valentine's Day video where I bought James Avery for my wife, and I actually used this laser. I couldn't show you guys the laser at the time, but I actually used this laser and I did some micro lasering on a pendant that I got for her. And well, not a pendant, it's the charms that go on the bracelet. And I put the day that we met each other on the back of one, and I put it on the other one, and it was so small. Like, I couldn't even believe that this thing did it. And I was kind of skeptical about doing it at first because it was so small, and I was worried that you just wouldn't be able to see it, or it would kind of all blur together. It wouldn't be crisp, but no. But yeah, that was on 925 silver. And honestly, I should have done it a little bit higher on the power, and it would have came out a little bit darker, but I was scared to ruin her new charm. So yeah, again, that's just me not knowing the software, and I'm just trying to learn it. Now, one thing that really blew me away about this laser is how fast it is. And honestly, if you're doing something small, by the time you press the button and look over, it's already done. It just zoop zoop and it's done. Especially if you're doing one pass, you're not even gonna get to see it. So it's doing somewhere around 15,000 millimeters a second. Now on mine, I would set the power somewhere around 80%, and then I would put it at like 1500 or 2000, and that was plenty fast enough for anything that I needed to do. Now, if you get into more delicate materials, you're gonna have to move faster with less power. That way you don't burn through things like I did on this keychain, because she just got a brand new Traverse and she's super excited about and proud of it. And I was like, oh, let me do this keychain, and yeah, that yeah, it toasted it. And it was the only one I had. So what do? And in case you guys are wondering if I'm being safe, yes I am. I'm not just letting the smoke go in the air. I'm actually using the Creality Falcon AP1 smoke purifier, and it's actually supposedly the world's first Wi-Fi smoke purifier. And this thing has a full touchscreen here that monitors everything. You can actually log into the app and monitor it there. And I don't know if you can hear it on level 1, but let's go to level 2. That gets pretty loud. And then level 3, it's pretty dang loud. That's level 3 right there. Don't let the 1 confuse you. We'll turn that off. And if you're connected to Creality Falcon lasers, it has auto on and off, and it has a 5-stage air filtration. So this thing is pretty amazing. It's just super loud, but I like it. I've been enjoying it. And they got with the program, and they put the power button here on the side instead of in the back. Everyone's starting to do this now. Finally, I said this like 2 years ago. So I've kind of glazed over what this machine is about and what it can do. And I know you're probably wondering, like, okay, how much is it? So the base model Axi with the 25 watt fiber laser and the 20 watt diode starts at $39.99. And that's not $39, it is $3,999. And then the Ultra model is coming in at $5,699. And that's gonna get you the 60 watt fiber and the 40 watt diode. And the really cool thing is EM Smart gave us a promo code to give to you guys. And you can save up to $600. From what I'm being told, you can use it on not just the Axi machine. I think on the Axi machines, you'll save around 200 bucks. So go to their website, check it out, and see what kind of discount you get with the Stay Ready code. I'll put it up here on the screen and just make sure you use that at checkout. And while I'm continually learning this machine, I'll be putting out a future video where I'm just making stuff with this machine. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to check out more from the Axi. I'll be putting that video out at a later date. And since you made it this far in the video, here's the giveaway numbers. And they're actually 6-7. Believe it or not, that's really what they are. So if you don't know, I was doing a treasure hunt giveaway where basically there's 4 numbers and there's 2 numbers out there in, let's say, my last 10 videos. I would go search if you haven't done it, and I'll give you a little hint. They're usually towards the end. So you'll take those 2 numbers along with these 2 numbers, which makes a 4-digit code. And however you get that to me, whoever gets it to me first will win the Algo Laser S2 laser. So there you have it. That's the Axi laser from EM Smart. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until the next one, stay ready to 3D print.